Hi guys, welcome back to Speak Chinese within 5 classes. I'm your teacher and your friend, Mr. Lee. So, in this lesson, we're going to continue our study of Chinese phonetics, which is Pinyin. In the previous lesson, we have learned 波、坡、摸, for the first four initials, and 6 simple vowels, which is also known as finals, a, 喔, i, u, ü. Okay, now let's continue. In today's lesson, we're first going to learn the second 4 of the initials. D, T, N, L. Those 4 initials requires you to use the tip of your tongue to touch the upper gum. D, T, N, L. Okay, the first one.
The
Now you try. Very good. Second. T. So, the T here is a little bit different from the. It requires more airflow. The airflow of T is much stronger. If you have a tissue with you, you could also use it. If not, you could just do as I do. Take the left hand and then put it in front of your mouth. When you say duh, duh, you can barely sense the airflow. However, when you're going to pronounce t, t, you can easily sense a strong airflow coming out through your teeth to your palm. Okay. Then we have n. N. So n here is another nasal initial. You will have to use some power, go through your nose. N. However, your tongue also touches the upper gum while pronouncing it. N. Next one, L. So, L here is a little bit different from the previous 3. So use the tip of your tongue touches the upper gum, and then make the airflow go through 2 sides of your tongue. L. Okay. The tongue touches gum. Now, would you like to have a try? How to read all those four initials? The, t, n, l. Very good. Okay, now let's practice with some characters. The, u, du, du, t, i, t, t, n, yu,女, 女, l, a, la, la. Now you try. Very good. 很棒. Then we have g, k, h in roll. G, k, h is a little bit harder from the previous one. You will have to use the back of your tongue to touch the soft palate. G, k. While pronouncing h, just make sure the airflow go right through your mouth. The first one.
G, 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 g.
G, g, g. So your tongue, back of your tongue touches the soft palate. And then your vocal cord should vibrate while producing the airflow. Then we have k,
K, k, k, k.
k is the same as g. However, it shall be much more stronger of the airflow. So you're supposed to produce more airflow when pronouncing k, just as po and po, do and to. You may also use your palm to sense the airflow. G, g. The airflow barely touches my palm. However, k, k, you will sense a strong airflow. Okay, then we have h,
H, H, H, H, H, H.
h, h, h. So the airflow rushes out of your mouth. Make sure there's nothing stop the airflow in the airway. H, h, h. So I understand that in Indonesian, sometimes h is voiceless. However, in Pinyin is a little bit different. You will have to make the sound. H, please keep that in mind. You may see 哥 in the word. 哥 means 嘎嘎 哥哥 嘎嘎 lagi-lagi. You may see 科 in the word 卡 科啊卡 It means the card. You may see 喝 in the word 喝 It means minum. 喝水 minum air. Now you try. 哥卡喝 Very good. 很棒。Now it's time for the egg again. Let's makan dulu. Apa itu? Yes. Ke. And then we have ke. Last but not least, he. Very good. You all have done a very good job. He. And then we have ji, chi, shi in the role. Ji, chi, shi. So now you're going to use the tongue surface to touch the heart palate. Ji, qi, xi. The tongue surface specifically emphasizes the middle, or you could say the widest part of your tongue. Okay, now please try to use the tongue to touch this place. Ji,
ji, ji, ji.
You may see the word ji in the Chinese character ayam. Ji, ji.
Qi, qi.
Qi, it's pronounced the same way as ji. However, it requires stronger airflow. Qi, qi, qi.
Qi, qi.
You may see qi in the word 气球. 气球, it means balloon. 气球. And then we have shi.
Xi, xi, xi.
So shi here, you will roll up your tongue and make the tongue surface to touch the heart palate. Xi, xi. If you do not raise your tongue surface, you may easily mispronounce it as shi, shi. That will be totally different sound. So, please remember, raise your tongue a little bit and put a little bit of strings above it. Make the tongue surface touches the hard palate. Xi, xi. You may see the sound xi in the word 西瓜, 西瓜, which is the watermelon. 西瓜, 西瓜. Now, let's practice with some characters. 急, 急, 急. It means anxious. 去, 去, 去. It means pergi. 洗, 洗, 洗. It means to wash. Now, can you try? Very good job. 很棒. Okay, so here is a rule. 机器系 is a little bit different from other groups of initials. They will have to, or they could only be combined with the finals 一 or 语, or the compound finals that begin with 一 or 语. And when 机器系 is combined with the final 语, there's some movement and change. For to be written easily, we will move the eyes of 语. So, it will be written in the form 乌, however, read in the word, in the sound 语, 鸡语居, 其语区, 西语虚. Okay, in this part of the video, we have learned so many initials. They are 的, 特, 呢, 了, 个, 科, 和, 鸡, 七, 西. So, if you accidentally missed or forget some of them, now please read after me to practice. 的, 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 特, 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 呢, 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 了, 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 个, 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 科, 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 和, 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 鸡, 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 七, 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 西, 西, 西. Well, very good job. 很棒. Now, it's time for us to continue to learn some finals. In this lesson, I will introduce some compound finals to you. First, let's look at the compound finals that start with 啊, 我, 的. The compound finals start with 啊, they are I, ao, an, ang. And then we have compound finals that start with o, and then start with u. Okay, here we go. Let's start it. The first one, how to read it. So some of you may read it as RE. However, combined finals are not simply put two simple vowels together. You will have to first read the first vowel and then smoothly and lightly transfer to the second. So it is I, 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 I. You may see the pronunciation I in the word love. I, love. My, by. Next one, we have ow. So, ow, when you pronounce it, it requires you to quickly move from ah to wo, and then combine them together. Ow, 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 ow. Now you try. Very good job. Then we have 孤井 猫 孤井 猫 Next one, an. So an is a part of a nasal sound. At the end of this sound, you will have to raise your tongue to touch the upper gum. However, do not pronounce it as an. That's not the same thing. In the vowels or the finals, you will only need to make the nasal part of your syllable. An. You may see the word an in the character nan. It means the man. Now we have ang. So now, first of all, you will have to open up your mouth to form a bigger space to retract your tongue. And then vibrate your vocal cord. Ang. You may see the word ang in the character pang. It means fat. Pang. Now we have o. It's the combination of o, and u. O, then o, ong, and then e, a. Then we have n. Then we have Okay, now please read all those finals with me. O, ong, a, n, Now, it's time for us to practice. 喝哀海喝哀海 It means the sea. Next one. 佛昂房佛昂房 It means rumah. 歌偶狗歌偶狗 It means 安静. Now you try. Okay, you've all done a very good job. 非常棒. Now, let's look at all those vowels printed on the board. I, A, O, O. Look at the single vowel that's in the circle. When pronouncing it, you will have to be louder and longer. I, A, ow, ow, o. Yes, indeed. Their sounds are louder and longer. So, in this way, we called all those finals main vowels. Okay, so why are we talking about main vowels? When there's only one vowel in the syllable, you can easily mark the tone above the finals, right? However, when there's only one vowel, then you can easily make the correct decision. However, when there are two vowels in the compound finals, what are we going to do? Take a wild guess. Yes, exactly. We mark the tonal mark on the main vowels. I. Okay, now let's continue our practice. Le, ao, lao. Le, ao, lao. Ke, an, kan. Ke, an, kan. Le, ong, long. Le, ong, long. For, a, fei. For, a, fei. Okay, now you try. Okay, very good. Wow, what is? This is a cake. In modern Chinese, we barely use one word or one character to express meaning. Instead, we often use a word with two syllables. For example, 古言以你 called 蛋糕蛋糕蛋糕 Very good. Then we have nasi here. It's 米饭米饭 It means rice. In the first part of the video, we have learned I, ow, an, ang, o, ong, a, n, If you have trouble remembering it, it's okay. Just keep practicing it. Now, as before, we have talked about the word I means love in Chinese. So, how can we express our love in Chinese? Please watch this video. Saya, 你 you 我爱你 I love you. So, let's put somebody or something after to practice more words and express your love in Chinese. Now, please read after me. 我爱你我爱你我爱你们我爱你们我爱哥哥我爱哥哥我爱弟弟我爱弟弟我爱蛋糕我爱蛋糕我爱咖啡我爱咖啡 Okay, and then we have 知吃诗日 in the row. 知吃诗日 So, it will use two parts of your mouth. First of all, rise up, roll the tongue tip a little bit to touch the heart palate. 知知吃吃诗诗日日 First we have 诗
诗诗诗
You may see 诗 in the word 老师. So, from now on, instead call me Park Lee or Guru Lee, Mr. Lee. You may call me 李老师. 李老师. 老师 means teacher. It can be used both docent and guru. 我是老师. Or when you meet your teacher in the school, you can say 老师你好老师你好同学你好 Then we have 知
知知知
When pronouncing the word 知 roll up your tongue a little bit to touch the heart palate and then vibrate your vocal cord. 知 zh. In the meanwhile, please do remember to close your teeth. Align your teeth. 知 You may see the word 知 in the character 这 means sini or ini. So you could say 这是李老师 when you're trying to introduce me to temanmu, to your friend or your family. 这是李老师，这是李老师。And then we have
吃吃吃
ch requires more airflow and is less strong than zh. So zh is like zh. You have touched the electricity. However, ch is way less strong, but a stronger airflow. Ch.
吃
You may see it in the word makan. 吃饭 makan makanan. Okay, so what kind of equipment you use while you guys 吃饭 in Indonesia? Yes, you may use a fork. So the fork is something we call cha, cha in Chinese. Cha, fork, cha. Now we have
日日日日日日
As for the 日, you will have to raise up your tongue a little bit and roll back as much as possible, and then vibrate your vocal cord. I know this could be a little bit difficult for you guys too, because in Indonesian, you guys will flip your tongue like grr, grr. However, this is a little bit different. You will have to roll up your tongue and make the sound. Okay, so we just talked about fork. Then, what do you always eat with a fork? Oh, some of you may like sapi. Some of you like ayam. But they were all raw meat in Chinese. Oh, raw. Okay, so if you are exactly like Li 老师, you may also say 我爱吃肉. I love meat. 我爱吃肉. 我爱吃肉. You may see 诗 in the character. 书 means buku. 书. You may see 吃 in the word. Cha. It means day. So you could say 喝茶 means minum day. 喝茶. You may see 日 in the word 热. 热 means panas. Oh, very hot. 很热. 书茶热. Now you try. Very good job. 很棒. Okay, now let's practice with more words. 知道 tahun. 知道. So, the 知 here is not, there's no E in the syllable 知. When 支持是日 along with something written at like this, it's not E. However, is another sound. It's just written in the E form. However, it's pronounced as So, 支持是日. In this part of video, we have learned 支持是日. Okay, so much for today. Thank you guys for coming. At the end of this lesson, I'm going to show you another song that is very famous in the TikTok. Maybe you can even sing along with it. Hope you guys have a nice day. See you in the next lesson. Terima kasih, sampai jumpa. 谢谢，再见。我的心脏砰砰跳，你留下你的坏笑，你不说。